This is Spanish 2, sentences 149 through 152. 149. Ask your friend, what did you see in Chicago? ¿Qué viste tú en Chicago? ¿Qué viste tú en Chicago? 150. I saw many tall buildings in Chicago. Yo vi muchos edificios altos en Chicago. Yo vi muchos edificios altos en Chicago. 151. What did Eva eat today for breakfast? ¿Qué comió Eva hoy de desayuno? ¿Qué comió Eva hoy de desayuno? 152. Eva ate eggs and toast for breakfast. Eva comió huevos y pan tostado de desayuno. Eva comió huevos y pan tostado de desayuno. Now, Mr. Holt, viste is irregular in the past tense. How the heck am I supposed to know which past tense verbs are regular and which past tense verbs are irregular? This is so hard. It is tricky, but here's what I want you to realize. If a verb is regular, all you do is chop and glue in the present tense. Basically, it's regular in the past tense. If a verb is a little bit irregular in the present tense, it's a little bit irregular in the past tense. And if a verb is very, very irregular in the present tense, like voy or soy or tengo, then it's very, very irregular in the past tense. Now, there in the present tense is a regular verb except for the yo form. It's not yo vo, it's veo. Remember the song? Veo, veo, veo is I see is veo. Now, since it's irregular in the present tense, a tiny little bit, it's a tiny little bit irregular in the past tense. The only thing that about ver that's irregular in the past is it doesn't have accents. Remember this chant. Ir ser, dar ver, no accents anywhere. So literally, what saw you in Chicago? 150, I saw many buildings tall in Chicago. Notice, it's buildings tall. How are we supposed to remember that edificio is building? Well, there's a fancy English word, edifice. He designed an imposing edifice, it's building. Or in churches, they'll say, you should edify one another. Everybody say edify, edify. It means you should build each other up. Or Ed has a big office building. So edificio is building or edifice, okay? Now, Mr. Holt, it's comio. Why can't I say ella comía? Well, ella comió means, what did she eat one time? Comía means she ate over and over. Remember, if a verb ends in aba or ia, it means they did it over and over and over. Like, yo comí, I ate one time. Yo comía, I always ate. Example, yo comí una iguana, which is true. One time I ate an iguana. Versus, when I was young, yo comía tacos, which is also true. When I was young, I regularly or always ate tacos. If you're confused by that, type in imperfect. It'll explain it to you. And notice, in English we say for breakfast. In Spanish they say of breakfast. So you say, I ate toast for lunch. De almuerzo. For breakfast, de desayuno. For dinner, de cena. And also for dessert. Like, what did you eat for dessert is de postre. So again, in English we say for breakfast, for lunch, for dinner. In Spanish they say of breakfast, of lunch, of dinner. Now, how are we going to remember that huevo is eggs? Well, every day my mom asked Dad what he wanted, and every day he voted for eggs. Everybody say that. He voted for eggs. And how are we going to remember that desayuno is breakfast? Well, they say breakfast is one of your most important meals. Everybody, they say breakfast is one of your most important meals. That's Spanish 2, sentences 149 through 152.